gang, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever. We're just stood outside Haxby at the moment while we've got two trains coming in at the same time. And you know I'm a sucker for a good opening shot, so here's a good opening shot. Soak it in. See, look, even the game agrees that that's a good opening shot by our yearing in the middle of it. Okay, so what's the plan? Well, it's a big one today. What I want to do is finish off my passenger routes in and out of Haxby so that I can then start to organise the thing a little bit better. So right now we've got our connection running from Masham all the way over here to Bridport. We've got a circuit around the outside, and that's about the lot. Everything else is still running on roads, and I want to put a stop to that. It's called Train Fever. It's not called Horse and Cart Fever, as well you know. So I want to run Poole out to, where did I decide I was going? Lostwithiel, Marlow over to Kidsgrove. Right, all the tracks are in place. Well, at the station they're in place. But it's going to require some connection. So these pair of likely looking lads over here, we're going to run one out to Poole and another one out to Kidsgrove, and just taking a small moment to look at the lay of the land here should demonstrate. Look at all this train action going on here. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, just a quick look at the amount of track I've got going on here already demonstrates this is not going to be straightforward. So yeah, so a certain amount of remodelling is required, and I'll show you why that remodelling is required as soon as I hit the magic pause button in just a moment. I'm going to have to potentially have to delete some of this, so I'm going to let those guys get clear, and then I can pause without prejudice. Hold on. As soon as I see them come out the other side, there we go. Right, that should do it. So we've got no one in this station at the moment. That's just as we want it. So we're going to tackle the tough side first, because that's the way we roll. Now, I've had a spin at this already, and it does work, but it doesn't work in this order. By which I mean, if we build a bridge out of here, and you go, oh no, look, it's terrain alignment collisioning on you. You're going to go, yes, but if you're patient, it will stick a a bridge up, and then everything is golden. Everything golden. Look, there's no point in me saying that I've practiced this if you're not going to comply. Maybe I built too much track. I built too much track. Right. Okay. Let's back that up, and then we'll just pretend that, you know, this is a second spin at things. So clip those together, otherwise this really does have no chance of working. And then, right, okay, so gradually ramping up, and then, I see it again, I think I've possibly built too much there. And then, come on, do it, you've done it before. Right, there we go, so we go up to here, which is, you know, ridiculous. But if we back it up, it should still stay in. Oh, look, you might have to take my word for the fact that I had this working. I'll try it once more. It's not going to work in the fullness of time anyway, because there isn't the space. As astute individuals have pointed out to me in the past, build the bridge first and then run the track underneath it, which is very true. That is the way to get these things to comply. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? I've seen you. There it is. Right, so you can build up a bridge as far as here, at which point you kind of go, oh, it's almost a straight shot across there, isn't it? Yeah, it is almost a straight shot across there. Except, of course, it doesn't like it when you're not running perpendicular to the track you're trying to run across. I've got all the money in the world. I can afford to build something that isn't going to work. There we go. See? Look, there's just no way to get the pillar in. Unless the track underneath is not there, in which case you can get the pillar in, and there's room enough to actually stick the track back underneath again afterwards. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of some of this, and it does feel like I may have relayed this track on, oh, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 different occasions at this point. But hey, what's one more between friends? Right, are we leaving any remnants here? Because they will just serve to get in the way. Okie doke, so let's flatten some of this out just a little bit, because you can't neaten things up once you've got track in place unless you know, really do want to fiddle with it. And as much as I'm fastidious about this stuff, fiddling with it is not something that fills me with enormous amounts of glee. Right, so we still need this to turn into a bridge because we have to get underneath it. There are alternatives which I could employ. So we could run out in parallel to this track that's heading out to Poole with goods on board. In fact, why don't I do that? Oh, because I've got this flaming passenger line in the way. No, look, you're not leaving yourself a lot of manoeuvring space there, man. Just take your time, build it straight, get it right. Alright, now, bridge me. There we go. And obviously, we're building the stone bridge because anything else is heresy. Right, so we're going out in this direction, but more than that, we're going out over here. I want to cross the river because both of our destinations, well, are kind of on that side of the river. So Poole, you can see just over there in the distance, and then Kids Grove is, you know, it's in a similar direction, and I'm okay with, you know, as ever, bleeding off a little bit of speed round this corner. There you go, bridge pillar collision. Well, if it comes down to me versus you, road, you know who's going to win. Do you want to comply if I'm gentle with you? Is that a good height? That is a good height. Keep it going. One more. I see. I thought I might be able to just sneak it across there, but it's not going to happen. So we'll kill the road off. We'll be replacing it. I rather like this bridge, so we'll try and keep the bridge intact if at all possible, and then we'll slap this straight across the river here. Ups a daisy. Let's turn it into the right style of bridge. And it always looks too high, and that's because you can see down to the bottom of the river. But if we take a view such that we're not, it's not actually that high. It's high-ish. Alright, and we'll take that over to there. Now, do I need to get any further? Yes, I probably do. Where's my target? Kids Grove's over there, so we can run some kind of... There we go. That's it. That's where we want to be. Just like that. Perfect. And then we'll put the other side of the bridge in as well. And this is going to work first time. It's not going to complain about colliding with anything or else. Lo and behold, no complaints were had. There we go. So I'm still running here with the incredibly lazy one route, one track. We're not running upstream and downstream because I don't know. I got problems, I suppose. You know, it's I'm going to make it work. There you go. That's the answer. That's what's going to happen. Is it will be forced into compliance. Right. Let's follow the curve that we had before, and then it turns into a little bit of country road here. So where can I squeeze through? I think that looks promising. No. Terrain alignment collision. Well, that's not what we want to see. There we go. Look, it's there. We're on it. Right. Well, I've got the road underneath. Now it's just a case of can I get it to link up to the bit we've got there already, or maybe going the other way would work. It's only road, and frankly, I don't want this to take more than a couple of minutes. It's going. There we are. That's half. All right, maybe if I do a little bit of, apologies for smoothing tool, little bit of smoothing tool here, and then maybe it will just finish off without making a, no, it's going to make a fuss. Knickers. What? Look, you're not even trying. Okay, right, well, so much for that. Bridge, it's been nice. Right, I'll relay the bridge and it will look as good, hopefully. But we have got our bit of road going there now, so we can, and to be honest, we've got a really ludicrous corner happening here, so I think we can probably do something a little nicer. Road it one time. Right, up and over is what we're looking for here. Ideally, as short and up and over as possible. A little humpback bridge would be absolutely ideal. No? Are you sure? You can do it there. It does leave rather a lot of superfluous bridge structure. I just need to start this way a little bit more. Let's... I'll take that. That'll do. We'll have that one. You can wrap it. Thank you very much. Right, and then we'll link that up to there. Everybody's happy. Yes, it's a ludicrous corner, and then I think we'll also get rid of a bit of that. That said, I do have... No, I don't. No, I'm thinking back to another attempted build from a former life. Too much curvature. I don't believe you. Let's whip that around there. Okay, right, that's the road dealt with. Oh, no, that's the road almost dealt with. Or, yeah, deal with the road. Road dealt with. Good. Okay, so nothing much changed there, just a little bit of repositioning. So actually, you know, this is the tough bit. This is the tricky section of this particular run of track. So what I want to do now is I want to figure out actually where am I sticking the station. Now, if we were to... Oh, look, some Burke's left a good station in the way. There's a first. Let's have a quick look at the lay of the land here. And as you can see, we've got this hillside, this kind of... it's almost a cliffside, really. And I guess if I got the loop right, we could run an elevated station here, running north-south as we look at it now, and then round the outside here, and we put the next station over here somewhere. And we wouldn't have to move the goods station. It's tempting, certainly. Let's... Well, we're either going to do it or we're not going to do it. So, you know, commit or don't. What's it going to be? Ah, heck, I've made stranger things work. Let's go. Okay, now, yeah, and our third track is on the outside. So this is showing potential, and I think we will go, given that money is no object, I think we'll go about there. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to... I might need to delete that depot, but, you know, I'll get over that. Up and over. Up and... Just... Yeah, come on. What have we got going on here? Well, you're trying to go downhill. Well, that's not going to make anything better. Let's go downhill slightly, because we need to get it... There we go. Look, it's done it. Right, let's make sure I'm not pulling a corner the wrong way. Just a little further here. Obviously make it stone. All stone, all the time. Oh, no. I thought I'd grab the other track, because that's not going to fit, is it? Alright, well, if I get rid of those points, if I get rid of the depot temporarily, then that will fit. But just to give a... I'm going to stick this much in now, just to give myself a kind of a reminder of what it is I'm going to try and do. There we go, round there. So we'll put the next station up here somewhere. Alright, that's fun. That's good. I like it. So, meanwhile, what we're going to have to try and accomplish here is... Oh, you've left yourself a corner and a half there. Or have I? Let's have a look. So we can either come in through the mountain a little like that, or we can do a massive swan neck and come in there. And again, you know, this would have looked more sensible if I were to follow the route that the goods train is taking, but when has sensible ever been something that I aspired to? We're going to do this. Right, okay, right. I don't want to lose too much speed. 50's okay. 60's even better. Hold on. Don't get carried away. There you go. Let's make... What's that? 56. Give me a 60-mile-an-hour corner there. Then double check you're on the right side of the track. You are on the right side of the station. The challenge, of course, is going to be running multiple trains up here. There's not... I've not made it easy for myself to put passing areas in here. But hey, the train shouldn't bunch up that much in the first place, right? Okay, right, so that's, you know, that's Route 1. It does need some work. It's only the collision it's giving me a warning on there is the other side of the bridge, and that's cool. I can handle that. But to be honest, I want it above surface for just a little while longer. So we're going to start this chap off. No, this is going to fight me, isn't it? Right, uphill. Like that. Yes, okay, yes, we'll take that. Even more uphill? I don't want to lose the speed. So I want to peel one off in one direction. And this one, I want to peel off in another direction. Let's make sure that's vaguely pointing the way I want it. In fact, we can go even more cornery than that. Which does leave this rather entertaining V-shaped kind of idea going through here. Well, that's fine. I can get behind that as a plan. Right, and now let's see. Have I got half a tunnel built here? I have, haven't I? So where is it? Using my X-ray vision. There it is, end of the track. Oh, and that could have gone wrong in numerous different ways. And there we go. There's a tunnel happening right about there. Again, not a lot of room for passing spaces. You're going to need to think about that. Yes. Because what I don't want is to be running one single train up and down this route. I want to, you know, I'll be running 2, 3, ideally. In fact, definitely 3. And so without the ability to pass, that is rapidly going to fall on its face, isn't it? Alright, let's come from this end. Let's avoid tunnelling for as long as possible. And then we can at least build a passing... See, it's taking it underground. Where's the other end of this track? It's there, look. Alright, we're going to have to accept that. We're going to have to take it because there's no more room to play around. So I'd have to pull off something along these lines and use it as a passing siding of some kind. Equally, I could use both tracks, one upstream, one downstream, but that only works if I've got a... No, it works just fine because you can put the points elsewhere. We have to put points somewhere. Alright, hold on, let's back that up as a concept. Because I'm okay with having a train waiting for a little while for another one to come through. What I don't want is that the wait is endless. I mean, as much as that will keep the spacing relatively consistent. Yes. Oh yeah, that looks terrific. Oh, you've done such a good job on that. Yeah, that doesn't look like you just bodged it for 30 seconds and then went, yeah, whatever. Okay, right, good. So, hey, look. Meanwhile, pull to Haxby is now a thing. That's something that we've got. And then we're going from Poole. Where did I say Poole was going? Why can't I ever remember? It's not Marlow. It's Lostwithiel. Yeah, the goal is get them to travel to the most remote station on the circuit. That's right, isn't it? You want Kidsgrove Marlow. Yeah, that's corner to corner. Okay, cool. So we're coming back out this way again, and then this one should be more straightforward, he said confidently. Well, this is embarrassing, isn't it? It's just me and you and a black screen and a title saying, oh dear. And the oh dear in question refers to the fact that I ran out of disk space. Did the game tell me I'd run out of disk space? No, it didn't tell me. Did my recording software tell me that I'd run out of disk space and that it had just decided to stop recording? No, it didn't. However, what I do is I record the voiceover that you're enjoying right now. I record that independently to the game itself, so that I can adjust the volumes independently and you're not faced with, music dwarfing me muttering over the game, or vice versa. What, me muttering too loud? Yeah, all right, that kind of works. So, yes, so there you go. That's all the video there is for this particular episode. But if you look at your YouTube playback channel here, you'll notice that there are several minutes left to run. I have all the voiceover for the remainder of this episode. So I'm going to switch into that, and if those of you who, just want to imagine how badly I'm making a mess of this, you can do just that. Otherwise, feel free to bail out now. I mean, black screen with a bit of voiceover, maybe it's the sort of thing that you'll enjoy, maybe it's not, but it's the best I can do. Now, in the perfect world, what I'd do is I'd back up and I'd redo the whole episode. But of course, me being a diligent individual, I saved over my previous save. I don't do auto-saving and that kind of stuff unless I absolutely have to. So yeah, I've saved it already. So if you want to hear how the rest of this episode went, stay tuned. This has been something of a waffling apology, hasn't it? I should just let you get on with it. Anyway, what do I say now? Cheerio. I hope I've left enough room there. There we go. Yeah, see, good. All right, so our two-way section of track is actually around Haxby itself. So all I need to do is make sure that I'm running that in a sensible fashion. Now I've got all this track here I could play with. I don't want to put passengers on the same lines as goods though. So I'm not going to. Yeah, that's fine. I do need to do something with this though. That's a lot of wastage going on there. And as much as, and it has been suggested, I could quite happily. What could I quite happily? Well, I could quite happily many things, but in this case, I could quite easily just stick buffers at the end of all of these, where there is no onward route for them to go, and that would look quite plausible. We'll see. Right. Okay. Now the trick here is going to be getting past the oil refinery. And once again, the road is going to take a back seat while I build a jaunty little bridge over the top. And I might have left it a little late to start a bridge here, so let's back up a touch. Oh, you call that a touch, do you? I think that was rather an aggressive bit of backing up there, if I'm honest. Right, can we go up a bit? Can we go up a lot? Let's go up a lot. Right, give me a bridge. Right, keep it straight. Right, get it all the way across here. Good. Now, I don't need a bridge that high. We are not building a new theme park. Have I left enough room for any kind of a road there at all? I don't think I have. And if we have a bit of a look at that, we should be able to get it so that the pillar is lined up with this little bit of, no, it doesn't seem to matter how I move this. It goes, no mate, I'm going to stick a pillar there. Oh look, hey, like magic. I'll take it. It looks a little strange with that double pillar, but that's going to do what I need it to. Do not give me bridge pillar collision there. Not when everything else had gone almost to plan nearly first time. Oh, I can sense it wanting to. Just like that. Right. Down one? Yeah. Down two? No. Down one. Okay, good. Right. So, that's gone pretty well. Now, I'm going to lay this road back in now, otherwise I will forget, and that will destroy all of the hard work I have put into developing these good services. There you go. You see, came out there first time. Came out... let's take it as close to the bridge as we can. That gives us more room to maneuver out to this side. Alright, I'll go straight past the front door and you can figure it out, okay? And I think I might even have left enough room. Well, that's a little bit more of a stretch, that one. We can always run our... if I decide to reconnect Haxby up to the depot, then... we can run around that side. That's fine. Okay, cool. So next I need to figure out where in Lostwithiel exactly I'm going to put their station. And once again, some idiot has put a good station in just to get in the way. But I think, much like the... good view. Much like the other end, we've got a hill that we can play with here. So we do have this kind of, you know, Heidi-esque alpine region that we can abuse to a certain extent. What do we think? Well, it would make for a fun time town expansion. And we've already got this road that is expanding over here. And in fact, the villagers, the townsfolk, have decided they want to live out over there. I don't know why. They just do. Far be it from me to crush their dreams in any fashion at all. Where are we? No, back up. Give me a station. That's it. Just like that. What do you think? Out here? That does make for a pretty singular route, I guess. And equally, we're not paying attention to the compass there at all, are we? So we either build here, right? I mean, to be honest, the station's got to go out here somewhere. Or we put our station down here like that. In there, in the most complicated... No, look, that's going to be terrible. So, okay, we're going with plan A here. And just how far up the mountain are we going here? What do you think? That looks all right. There we go. Nothing better than just committing. And then just to get it going, because I know it's going to put up a fight if I don't, we'll take this route and get it back up on the surface again. Oh, it is on the surface. Oh, a very dinky little tunnel. Oh, that's how charming. There we go. Get those two around there, and then we'll put our second station here. And this is the one, of course, with the external perimeter express route. Which will come from Marlow. Maybe I'll do that on the next episode, actually. That would be a fun one to do. But meanwhile, let's finish this one off. So here's our end piece of track. Where are we aiming for? Right there. Alright, let's go. And again, I need to be thinking about having suitable passing places. We could run in parallel to the goods line for a bit. That might be quite nice. And it might open up some other possibilities. Gently. That's not gently. That's swan necking it. No, actually, that's okay. Alright, yeah, fabulous. Because I quite like this little, you know, alpine... It's not alpine, it's in Scandinavia, you fool. This Nordic, tree-lined, non-acid rain, pine forest, beauticious route. There you go. Really? Why are we going through a tunnel? We don't need to go through a tunnel. You can stay on the surface at this point. Admittedly, we're digging another ditch here. Digging up some of the glorious, unspoilt Nordic wilderness there in order to do something that we loosely describe as progress. Oh, how much track did you just flip in heck? Oh, thanks for that, game. You big star. Especially since I only wanted to delete back that far. And that's just to make me curve a little bit neater. That said, I am going to double track it anyway, so... we'll see. Really? That's honestly what you thought I was trying to do. There you go. See? Perfect-ish. Mostly. Kinda, perfect, sort of. Alright, good. Anyway, that does give us now a full connection between probably the wrong track, if I'm honest. No. That's... Yeah, you've done half of what you said you were going to do. Or have you? No, you've gone pulled to Lostwithiel, which is what you said you were going to do. Oh, I've confused myself. No, that's definitely what I said I was going to do. Oh, no, alright, okay, last bit. We need to plumb all this lot back in. I've got 2 lines to run down here. Oh, God. Alright, well, good luck with that. We all wish you the very best with this future endeavour of yours. However, the chances of you actually getting through there are somewhere between slim and not going to happen. I think we've got additional remodeling to work on here, haven't we? Right, if I can get a track through here that also heads down. Alright, okay, good. That's acceptable. Now, how wild can I make this angle? Well, you can't do that. You can do that. Okay, right, we'll take that one. Thank you. Now, if I can get another one down there as well, it'll be helpful. However, I accept that this is not likely. What about over here? Over here might be too far out of the way for it to be viable. Yeah, I mean that's quite the cornering we've got in mind there. That said, this can still work if I can get you round here. Curvature too high. Nuts. Alright, well what about you? Curvature is pretty flaming slow. It's not too high. Equally, I do have space to straighten this out a little bit more. Alright, this might be foolhardy on my side of things, but we'll see how we get on. Because obviously if this comes off, then I can use... well, no. You were happily working there. That was working. Do not make me start to plead for an undo button. You were going through there quite happily. Don't make me do something like that. It's going to have to be. All right. Okay. Well, that was my own stupid fault. That one. Always leave it if it's working, man. Don't get carried away on removing stuff that's functioning just fine. Anyway, we do at least now have our route options. And this should hopefully make some sense. Might need to link those together points wise, but I can probably get... I can get onto that one as well. Do I want to though? Let's see what we can do out of this end. Right, let's bash you down onto there. Well, that's one. And then let's get you down onto this one. That also appears to have worked. And then I just need to run one up the middle. That's not going to cause any kind of a fight or dilemma in the slightest. That's just going to work. Oddly enough, it does just seem to be working. Right, and then we'll stick some points in at the end, and then we've got an upstream and a downstream. There we go. Right, and then we'll wang this one round here. Obviously, you know, do stop me if the language I'm using becomes too technical. We'll mash that one round one corner, and then we'll bomb this one up the next one. There we go. Come on. Look, I want you to look somewhat neat, please. That is somewhat neat. Alright, let's make sure I haven't completely made a mess of that. So here's the, this is the pool goods line running out here, that's fine. And then we've got the Masham goods line running out here, which is also fine, and never gets in anybody's way ever because it's well behaved and is very good to its mother. And then finally we've got our passenger route, which is also fine. So there's going to be a little bit of waiting if passenger trains ever bunch up, but this is a setup where a certain amount of waiting is inevitable. Right, and we'll put a release signal here. I know you don't believe in release signals, I do. Okay, well, the only way to see if that works is to run the thing, right? So let's run the thing and see if anybody gets confused. Next time around, since we're at that stage of things now, next time around I'm going to put some trains on this good stuff that I've set up. Right, okay, we've got one coming out of the tunnel now. Let's see if it's perplexed and and fails to understand its direction in life. Here we go. Right, he's coming up. He's on the right-hand side. That's good. Gone through the signal. That's also good. It's going to fling it round here. That's what we want to see. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's working. I think we've got to... Oh, hello, look. And there's the Paul goods train coming alongside as well. Everything's just coming up roses. And as you can see, this station's going to be pretty busy. You know, what with both the loops going on and two sets of goods trains happening and this and that and the other thing and the rest of it. There's plenty of opportunity for excitement. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I need to connect those two chaps up. I'll go and do that now. It's not going to be terribly exciting. You won't miss much. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Colonel Failure. Chuck us a like. Please do. If you enjoyed this one. I mean, you're still here. I'm still rabbiting on and you haven't left. So press the like button. It helps more people find this delightful train-based content that we've all come to know and love. And subscribe if you haven't done so, and then you can witness more action as it occurs in the future. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you next time. Cheerio.
Listen.